Good evening, pirates and privateers. Tonight we are mixing up a measure of Eliksni Grog. This drink is the quintessential beverage to celebrate a good haul or a new adventure with your crew. Our old pal Drifter has been pretty tight-lipped about this, but I managed to crack that recipe. In order to put this drink together, you're going to need some black spiced rum, the juice from some limes, tonic water, and some blackberry syrup, as well as an ice tray and a chilled tumbler to mix everything together in. And to really pull the whole look together, you need to have some good lighting, specifically black lighting, because the black light is what actually brings out those glowing sci-fi colors. To start, you're going to want to freeze some tonic water in the ice cube trays. I've already done this, and it's waiting in the freezer for us. In the meantime, we're taking our black rum and adding that into our chilled cooler. Proportions don't really matter here, but I would say for 2 servings you want 2-3 shots each.
Some stiff grog.
Yeah, well, we're mixing in plenty of other stuff as well. Next, we're going with our blackberry syrup to add a little hint of the royalty that it once was. This also a little bit heavy on. It's not just for the taste and the sugar, but also because it adds some extra density to the drink, and that's going to be an important factor later. So for 2 servings, we're taking the juice from 2 limes. You might think that the lime juice is to help with preventing scurvy or Eliksni blood skin sickness. It is not. That is what the tonic water is for. 18th century science determined that it's actually CO2 that helps to relieve and prevent diseases in the human body. And we're adding in a little bit of our tonic water. Tonic water contains quinine, which was originally marketed as an anti-malarial drug. Now, the medicinal effects of quinine have a very narrow band between helpful and toxic. So, it is no longer used as an anti-malarial drug. 4 ingredients mixed together. I've got some ice in here as well to help it chill. We want this to be as cold as possible. So the fun thing that was interesting about this drink, tonic water is the aspect that actually glows. And tonic water is denser by rum by about 0.1 grams per milliliter, which means that in order to get this to float on top of the drink, we have to mess with the densities. The rum mixed with the lime juice, some tonic water, and especially the syrup all help to increase the density. Chilling it also, bringing it the temperature as low as we can, will cause those molecules to sit tighter together as well. When we take our tonic ice, the freezing process causes the molecules to link together with extra space between them, which decreases the density. And keeping the rest of the tonic water at room temperature, or even warming it up a little bit, will help to lower that density as well. So once you do it all about right, you can actually force the denser tonic water to become lighter than the rest of this syrupy drink. Got the tonic ice cubes in a plastic bag so that we can pulverize them a little bit.
That bag is really glowing. Wow.
You've got your ice just about ready. Got your glasses out. So we're pouring in our drink, trying to strain as much of the ice out as possible. It's okay if some of the ice gets through. And we're sprinkling with some of this shattered ice. Now you want to use a knife or a spoon to help slow the pour. Otherwise, it will not it will not hold on the surface. You want to pour as gently as possible to reduce
the velocity. Oh, it is glowing.
Bam.
Look at that.
And that's basically it.
But can't forget the most important part.
You brought little tiny cocktail umbrellas. I'm going to be so happy. I'm so impressed. I love cocktail umbrellas. Yes! Now that's how you know it's tropical.
Toast to new adventures
Ahoy!
and good hauls.
good.
I'm a big fan of this. It is essentially grog. The original recipe for grog is just rum, water, lime juice, and brown sugar. So this recipe is essentially taking all those ingredients and adjusting them slightly to give it a more alien feel and a more exotic taste, as well as the look. The blackberry syrup really brings out some extra taste, and the quinine is bitter, but it does add that extra flavor to the drink. Yeah, it's hard to capture this on the camera. As the drink begins to reach thermodynamic equilibrium, the color will start to fade as it all settles and mixes back in. So it's best to drink this quickly. It's not guaranteed to protect you from blood skin, but the important thing is that you believe that it does. The amount of interesting things I learned figuring out this recipe. We always thought that it was the lime was for scurvy, but no, it's just for taste.
Didn't you know about the healing power of the curative waters?
No, it's what was the I will cite my sources. The article is titled "Impregnating Water with Fixed Air." And it goes into that was how they discovered how to carbonate water.
Yes.
And it was a while ago, and they said, well, this bubbly stuff, this is what prevents disease.
And then people were nuts about seltzer back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Further down you go, the more of the syrup catches up to you.
Yeah. It'll cure what ails you, and if it doesn't, you'll be drunk enough not to remember.
So the most curative property of grog is the alcohol, and that is really just to distract you from what is actually ailing you. I'm not certain how much longer we'll actually be able to keep our swashbuckling crew, but in the meantime, it is important to celebrate every chance we get. It is an excellent way to get people on board. One of the ways to get crew was to go to the bar at the port and drop coins into sailors' drinks, and then when they drink it, that was accepting payment for going on an expedition.
I've heard they just went into the bar and just like scooped up the drunks, and I was like, okay guys, who's on adventure? And all the drunk people would be like, hi, me! And they're like, come on guys, it's gonna be great!
You won't find satisfaction at the bottom of your glass, but you might find adventure.
Or some blackberry syrup.
Or some blackberry syrup. You definitely get all the blackberry syrup at the end. Ooh.
Another round, Captain?
No longer do we have to raid the spider's stores in order to get a good drink. We can now make it at home. But I encourage you to steal from him anyway. It's a hoot at parties.
It's a hoot.
At raiding parties. That the blinking lights means that it's time to go home.
Alright.
Go forth, celebrate, and plunder the enemies, not humanity. Unless they're bad guys.
I was gonna say, I'm sure there's some convenient bad guys.
There are some humans that could go for some plundering.
Eva looks rich.
What?
He said Eva looks rich.
No, we cannot know. Eva is a...
I would plunder my grandma in a heartbeat.
Your grandmother is not Eva.
She's evil.
She's evil, not Eva.
Okay.
Plunder evil, don't plunder Eva. If you're taking notes,
Yes, sir.
write that one down.
Ahoy, Captain.
Oh my goodness, we can't go into the dawning threatening to jump Eva.
Fair winds and final frontiers. You know what we need to round this out?
We're not breaking into song.
Oh, I have the perfect song.
Well, yeah, we're having a good time. Let us know in the comments what you think we should do next. That's basically it.
Oh, we got a party light.
Yes, that means it's almost out of batteries. Anytime you want to hit it, close.
I was getting ready for the rave.
There is no rave.
The pirate rave? I would go to a pirate themed rave.
We're done here.
Okay. Bar's closed.
Doors closed, go home.